What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be making a Mortal Kombat 1 tier list. Now, I want you to read the beginning right here before you watch the video. There's always questions I get asked on frequently about tier list videos, and if someone has a question, I'm just going to be like, watch the first minute of the video, read the text at the beginning. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Again, this is a best to worst tier list. So I'm going to be starting off with the best characters in the game and then going all the way down to the worst. And I'm going to be giving like a brief overview of each character. I always say that, then the videos always end up being 40 minutes. But we're going to see how it goes. Now, first things first, your best character in Mortal Kombat 1 right now. It's easy, and this one is undisputed. It is Havoc. Havoc is without a doubt the best character in Mortal Kombat. He has all the tools that you need from a character. He has 50-50s. He has really good pressure, like some of the most plus frames in strings in the game. Very good cameo synergy, with the best being Movado. Mix-ups in his pressure. Good full screen control, good neutral control. There's pretty much no reason not to play him if you just want an easy derp top tier. I made a whole video talking about Havoc a couple months ago where I'm like, Havoc is the best character in 2025. So if you want a more in-depth review, just go watch that video. But yeah, he's the best character in the game and the easiest top tier to play too. He's just undisputed right now. Now, at number 2, we have Sindell. Now, Sindell did get some nerfs recently, but I don't think that the nerfs hurt her that much. I always say when it comes to characters, just nerf what they don't need. And she really did not need her forward one to be that good. She is a mixed character. She sets you up and then she mixes you with trimmer or lap. Simple as that. She did not need to be doing anything more than that. Her mix is too good for her tools to be bloated. So them toning that one move down and toning her health down, again, it helped normalize her in a way, but it doesn't change the fact that she is like one of the most dirty, hard to blockable characters in the game. With solid zoning, still has a really good move for neutral control with the forward one. You just have to use it differently. She has just really good tools in general. She was made to be top tier, but she isn't just like gonna be hitting you with the forward one as a auto shimmy opener, and she's still a good character. She really is. She's just not a little bit less oppressive, but she's still up there. Now, for the first one, I feel like people might disagree with here. We have T1000. Now, the thing with T1000, and I'm just going to say this right freaking now, there's already starting to be downplay on this character. I do agree the nerfs with T1000, they should have waited at least a bit because they nerfed him so fast. And I feel like the nerf they gave him with the meter burn puddle, I feel like he only should have got one of those nerfs. And they should have just picked between it. But still, that doesn't change the fact that this character is ridiculous. Literally putting that command grab he has on anyone, the liquid form into the grab, makes anyone top tier. Literally that with Movado alone makes any character in the game top tier. This character is ridiculous. He is the best rushdown character in the game. Used to be Johnny, but it is him now, bar none. And yeah, I just think that a lot of people need to understand how great this character is, because yes, they did nerf him a little too fast, but people are already doing the most with the downplay right now. Like, oh, well, maybe he's just S, or he's not even top 5 like that. No, this character is ridiculous. Just the pressure from his standing 4-3 string is ridiculous, and no one is playing him right for the most part, like, but Tweety. If you want to see how this character should be played, go watch Tweety, because Tweety is just wrecking the scene with this character right now. The character has crazy rush down, command grab pressure all the time, easy confirms, good neutral, a very good high-low, an overhead that can mess with you because he can hold it and cancel it, and just good synergy with Movado because that's always great. He's just literally the perfect rushdown character. And a lot of people try to play him like he's not a rushdown character, and they can't understand why like the power isn't there. He isn't. He's not a zoner, even though he got guns. He can control the mid screen some, but at the end of the day, this is a rush down character. Period. Point blank. Now, let's go ahead and put this character right here. Noob. Noob's ridiculous. Noob is a character that is meant to touch you once, put you in a guest situation for like another 40% of your life, and then hit you with like 2 overheads and lows and kill you. That's how you play Noob. He has very good synergy with the top tier cameos. He's crazy with Janet, throw combos, overhead combos, hitting you with a low, and then he can put you back into a guessing situation with the meter burn ball, and then jump up, and then he hits you with 4-4 low, or lets it rock into the low, and you. Character's just ridiculous. He has pretty much everything in the game, but he doesn't have really good neutral buttons. That's like his only flaw. His neutral is still fine because how he can play it with his tools, but the only thing this character lacks is good neutral buttons. That's literally it. He has everything else. And he's a cool character to play too. He's fun to play, he's cool, and I'm not surprised how popular he is, obviously. You know, he's just a cool, edgy character, but he's good. He has everything, and he can be played any way. It's so funny because I have a friend that this character is perfect for, and I taught him the character, and he's so used to a character being played one way that he doesn't even really want to play him because the character is so good, he can be played multiple different ways. And my friend, when I was teaching him, got overwhelmed, and that's never happened before. But the character is so good, you could literally play him almost every style. So, yeah. Now, this one is going to be my most controversial one yet. But people are going to have to get over this. You can get mad at me all you want, but I am the leader of the charge of no downplaying this character. Johnny is still ridiculous. Like, the fact that people were still downplaying this character, even when he won 2 of the biggest tournaments to date, is ridiculous. Johnny, there's nothing wrong with him. He fits in the meta right now because of Trimmer. Still amazing rush down, still amazing tools, does so many things well. The character is ridiculous. The thing about it is, honestly, a lot of Johnny players are just bad. There's characters that, you know, attract good players, and there's characters that attract bad players. And if you cannot see the strength of Johnny, you're just not a good player. Still tired of talking about this character all the time because he's just so good, and people constantly downplay this character. And, you know, even with thinking about it, I would put like Scorpion ahead of him, but Johnny is still one of the best characters in the game. He is. And the fact that people just keep downplaying him is absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that one out of the way because I do feel like Johnny is still up here, but I can't put him quite close with like Homelander and Scorpion. But the character is ridiculous. He does pretty much the same thing. Not the same thing that Terminator does, but he's like the OG rushdown character. Terminator's number 1, he's number 2 at the rushdowns. Rushdown's ridiculous, amazing options, and I'm not still dealing with the downplay in 2025. I've made so many videos talking about Johnny, and all those opinions still stand if you want to deep dive. The character is just great. He has the best cameo synergy in the game. That speaks volumes for itself. Let me repeat that again. You can play more cameos on Johnny than anyone in this game and have perfect synergy. That speaks a lot for its own. So yeah, no Johnny downplay. Now, after that, we have Scorpion. Scorpion is a hard one to talk about because I honestly feel like Scorpion is great. He's very good, but I still think he has that thing where he's only good by himself. The thing about, all of these characters above him, but Sindell, like, they're really good by themselves in general. But Scorpion needs Farrah. I don't care what people say. I don't care if people try to put the goofy jacks on him. I don't care if people put the goofy trimmer on him. I don't care if people put Janet on him. Movado. He needs Farrah to be up here. Without Farrah, he's like right here. But with Farrah, he becomes undeniable. He becomes an abomination. He becomes a jobber character. Like one of those people who just are jobbers. So, yeah. This character is absolutely crazy. Now, so, and a little more on Scorpion. Like I said, I want to stress enough that he needs Farrah. His tools are not good enough for him to beat you by himself. And that's okay because this is a cameo game. But he desperately needs Farrah. A lot. And again, once he gets you in those, 50-50 situations, he's undeniable. Again, he's an amazing character. Now, Homelander. Homelander is a character that has fallen off some, but he is still very good. Them taking his low away definitely hurt him, but he still is the shell of a top tier character. I want to say he's the best grappler in the game, but I would have to think about that more. His command grab is amazing. His neutral control is amazing. His meter burn, keep in mind I'm saying meter burn projectiles are amazing. They're very good at checking you. His regular projectiles suck. A lot of people think he can zone you too. His regular projectiles are garbage, but his meter burn projectiles make up for it. Has very good overhead pressure, overhead or mix it up with command grab pressure in his strings. Like, very cool. I think Homelander is, again, a very cool character, a very good character, a character that, was hated a lot, but he's kind of, evened out some. He's still really good, and he's still a menace, but he's not the menace he used to be with his, latest nerfs. Still ridiculous. Before, you could say he was like the best mixed character in the game, but he's not now, but he's still up there. But he's still one of the best characters in the game. Easy. So, now, let's go over to there we go. Just making sure this is right. Now we have Ghostface. Ghostface is, in my opinion, the most underrated character in the game. And I feel like I should make a video on him completely. Because the character is absolutely ridiculous. He has... What can I say about him? I would say he's one of the best mixed characters in the game. But the situations this character can put you in is just honestly very, very effed up. He can put you in a vortex with back three over and over again. And with Movado, you're guessing low, you're guessing overhead, you're guessing cancel pressure. That's mega plus. He has a built-in, I effed up mechanic, but I'm still safe with the meter burn or multiple moves where he can go into the other form, like the assassin or enforcer, and then he could just freely do 50-50s on you because he knows if he gets hit, he's safe because he's just going to pop up behind you. The character is one of the most safe mixed characters in the game. And he's crazy. I don't understand why people do not play him more. I don't think he really has a flaw besides the fact he doesn't do that much damage, but again, the character has to touch you, 3 times and some change, and you're dead? So, He's ridiculous. He's actually ridiculous. And I don't understand why isn't he more popular. He plays like a Mortal Kombat 10 character, the game that people love the most. And the options are great, the tools are great, the safety is there, the pressure is there, the mix is there, he's just great. And I don't understand why people don't see the strength in him. And then when he gets into Assassin, he's hitting you with the cancels and the double overhead, and still he can go into the other form too, and he gets good tools from that form as well. But the Assassin's better. He's just ridiculous. He's honestly ridiculous, and I don't understand again why people are not talking about this character more. I want to say I'm gonna make a video on him, but we don't need to see a lot of Ghostface running around because he's just that insane. Now, Cyrax. This is probably going to be my most... I feel like this shouldn't be controversial, but it is. Now, let me make something clear about Cyrax, everyone. I was the first person to discover and talk about the Cyrax Serena team. Okay? You could go check my videos. You're going to see like 5-6 months ago when everybody was using Sector and Frost and Sub-Zero for her and everything. And what was the main one? Cyrax. I was like, no. Cyrax Serena is it. I'm the first one that has done that. And I do great with this character. Like, I play this character a good amount, and I do amazing with this character, you know. And the character, in my opinion, is really good. But I want to make it clear again. I was the first one to be like, no, it's Cyrax and Serena. This team is good. So I want to make that very clear with that being said. So I know the ins and outs about this character. Now, while this character has the best set play in the game, this character has the worst buttons in the game. But it balances out. This character is meant to beat you by set play, so of course she shouldn't have good buttons. Her buttons are terrible. They're bad. They're the worst. Maybe Quan Chi's might be worse, but they're right there with him. But her set play is so good that it makes it not matter when she finally starts to get going. So, yeah, it's hard for her to get that first touch because she has some of the worst, buttons in the game. But once she gets that touch, hey, you better start guessing. So that's why I think this character is one of the best characters in the game. But right up here is ridiculous because she's just literally getting the Sonic Fox carry right now where it's no one doing it but him. And, Sonic can make the community think any character's top tier. Sonic can convince you that Katana's the best character in the game, the most of the community. And a lot of people don't critically think for themselves. They don't play the character themselves. Again, and now people are going to start being like, oh, Cyrax got that one tournament win. So, she's up there. The fact of the matter is, Sonic was going to win that tournament no matter who he played. Sonic is undisputed right now. And again, whatever character that is played by him is going to get a lot of shine. It's just simple as that. Now, when he has his real competition in a tournament, like the Twins or Ninja, then we can judge the character based off of that. But judging the strength of Cyrax off of that tournament alone was just ridiculous because everyone knew that Sonic was going to win that tournament. And, we knew that Dialogue was going to make him bleed because they always go to the wire. But, again, Sonic was going to win that tournament. Period, point blank. But Cyrax is amazing. Now, let's go on over to the final character of this tier, Reiko. The buffs were just good. 50% command grabs. His projectile still sucks, but they made him an actual grappler now. He still has his very good base tools, good overhead with forward 2, good sweep with back 4. He's just an all-around solid character now that can be played like a gorilla too, because they buffed him. And actually, I would put him like right here. I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I think I would put him right here. I can't put him in the same tier as these characters, but I do think he's really up there. Now, we have Ermac and Shao. Put Shao up here and then Ermac. I think Ermac is, and now I'm thinking about it, play Shao a little bit. Yeah, I put Shao right there. And yeah, I think that's good. So to go over all these characters, Shao, very good character. He's a character I recently just he's a character I recently wanted to test out to see if I would like the character, because I really like characters with good neutral buttons and everything and the pressure. But he is, I think Shao's a tad bit overrated, honestly. I think he's an amazing character when that weapon is thrown down, but in his other form, he's just okay. Now, them buffing his other form was great, but Shao has too many flaws to be one of the best characters in the game, and his strengths don't make up for his flaws. And what he does, other characters do, multiple characters do better than him. So I can't rightfully put him, up here with these characters. Like a lot of people are trying to sneak him up there. Because, first of all, he needs a cameo that gives him options to either get him in or to make his pressure safe or just more scary. There's not a cameo that gives him everything he needs but Chameleon. There's just not. And again, I do think with Chameleon you can bump him up some, maybe like right here. Maybe, I don't know, but the character lacks too many good base tools to be considered one of the best characters in the game. But once he gets that weapon thrown down and a cameo in your face and got you guessing, oh yeah, it's party time for him. But he not only has to get into a stance, then he has to mix you, which isn't hard to do. It's just, you can do what he does with other characters. Simple as that. Like, you can do what he does with Havoc. You can do what he does with Homelander. You can do what he does with Ghostface. His style is very, good, but he doesn't even do it top 3 best. So, yeah, I would place him there. Ermac. The more I'm thinking about Ermac in this tier list, the more I kind of want to put him down. I don't know. Ermac stocks are just falling off for me. I was thinking he was like a very good character like last patch, but I just don't see him fitting in the current meta very well. So, I think he's good. Solid tools. He has the arm, the standing 2, one of the best grab games in the game, ridiculous damage, one of the best comeback mechanics. But I just think it's one of those things where, he's kind of getting power crept out of the meta. But I don't believe in Ermac that much anymore. Like, I still think he's really good. Don't get it twisted. I think he's good, but I don't know. I think I might come back to Ermac because I don't think he's all that, honest. But no, I'll get it out the way now because I want whoever makes the time sense for it to be in order. I think Ermac is a solid character. He has everything, the makings of the top tier, but he doesn't really fit in the meta per se as of now. But he's still a very good character. You can't deny that. So yeah, I would keep him like around here. Now, the Shaolin boys. I think the Shaolin boys are right by each other. You can interchange these two. But Liu Kang, if it wasn't for the Shaolin boys, I mean, not the Shaolin boys, if it wasn't for Sub-Zero assist, this character would be like right here or around here. Sub-Zero assist checks this character so bad. Like, to the point where he just falls off so hard. But this character is the easiest, like, character to play in the game. His game plan works on so many players. It's just ridiculous how good he is. And I think that a lot of people don't understand how good he is because I feel like people look at a character that's easy and try to judge him at a base level. But at the end of the day, Liu Kang is low-key one of the best Vortex characters in the game too. In any situation, he puts you into a armor-breaking mid to where you have to guess grab, auto shimmy, or delayed mid over and over and over and over again. That's all he has to do. Throw a little staggers in there too off the easy forward 4, grab you, and then back and forth. That's all he has to do. And the character is just great. He doesn't, again, fit up here with these characters, but him with Nitara is just ridiculous, in my opinion. And if you ain't got a Sub-Zero assist synergy ready to go, good luck. His character is insane. And I feel like if he just had one very good neutral button, like literally one, he would skyrocket. Kung Lao. Kung Lao is still amazing. The thing about Kung Lao, I want to say that he's a very special character because he really doesn't do what can I say? He doesn't really do what the typical top tiers do. But I feel like he's remained in that top tier conversation for the longest, even with the nerfs. And I think his tools in the way they want Mortal Kombat 1 to be played, like the auto shimmy, the grab game, and all of that. But then it's not how it's being played right now. But again, I feel like him as a base character is just very good. And having an overhead that is, relatively fast like that he can keep pseudo safe is really good. His ability to ignore neutral is just great. While his ability to play neutral sucks, he pretty much can do everything else in that regard. But, the tools speak for itself. Mid-low, mid-overhead, plus auto shimmy, the dive kick to ignore the space, the standing 3, the quick armor breaking moves. He still has 2 really good armor moves, even though he has to use them differently. Like I said, the base overhead, and then he can hit you a lot of sweeps too. He's going to be pressuring you. He's just all around the screen. Character's great. He's just, lacking that one thing that's really shooting him above. These 2 characters are both literally lacking the same thing that would shoot them up, and that's having like a really good, solid, if they had like a quick high into a mid that gelled to where they can confirm and get a combo by themselves. Oh, these 2 characters by themselves, no meter. These characters would just shoot up both like crazy. But since they both can't really do that, I would keep them like right here. Kung Lao's great. Nitara. Nitara is a character that I actually would put like right here. Think about it. Nitara is ridiculous. The character, like I always say, like some of those characters that are just made for bad players, Nitara is one of them. Like, you could be a terrible player, but they still got to get that mixed up into like 40-50%. I don't think this is a character that is a threat to a lot of very, very good players or some characters that, okay, let me break this down about her. She's a unique state, okay, because Nitara can hang with her peers. Like, amongst these top tier characters, she can hang with a lot of them. She really can. It's the characters that are lower on the tier list that really mess with her. Kind of like Sub-Zero. Like, she cannot fight Sub-Zero. So, she's a weird placement off of that. Whilst what makes her good is so obvious and basic, clear access to the ease with Farah, the 50%, 50-50s, and the crazy mobility. While what makes her good is so obvious, she can't enforce that style on everyone in the game. And when she can't enforce her style, it's just really bad for her. Like, this is not a character you can main and think you're gonna beat everybody. Even though when the matchup is even or in her favor, oh, she's killing you. But if you have any tool that can deal with her mobility, she can't fight you. She literally cannot fight you. So that's why some people, like, you know, had her up here first, but when she got fleshed out, you know, she's like right here. But she's good. She just can't fight everybody. Now, after that, we have Mileena. And after Mileena, I think this was going to be controversial. But I might move. I don't know. I'll think about it. But Mileena. Not much to say about Mileena. Good character. Good meterless damage. Good options. Good cameo options like Farah. Kung Lao. Chameleon. Multiple good cameo options. Quick overhead and low mix with forward 4 and back 4. She doesn't get zoned out. She's just good. It's like, she's great. There's not really much to say about the character. She's just not ridiculous because she doesn't really have good screen presence, if that makes sense. While what she does is very good, she has to get to you to do it, which isn't a problem for her. It's just something that she's lacking that other characters don't lack. But she's just a solid character. And honestly, I might be able to put her here, but I just feel like her base kit is so good that she's like the very bottom of some of the best characters in the game. She's good. There's not really much to say about her. Just basic, good character. Now, hear me out. Hear me out with this one. Okay, the Geras downplay needs to stop. You know, before, I'm not going to say downplay because he wasn't really that good, but I think these series of little buffs over and over again have made him into a character that is a monster. Now, he is a character that can run away from you like crazy. Now, we're talking about Nitara. Run away from you, pressure you. He has a 1-bar breaker, crazy plus frames, real 50-50s now. And then if you want to switch to Movado and get a combo off the meter burn command grab, you can now. He has really good setups that keep him safe, kind of like Ghostface does in a way, and can put you in very dumb, hard to blockable situations. Geras is good. It's just one glaring flaw about this character is he's slow. That's what you're going to be able to tell. Like, the difference between S plus and S is S has a flaw. They have some type of like glaring flaws, like big flaws. While the S plus either don't or their flaw is minor. Geras is slow. Molasses. He's a slow character. Like, and you really feel it if you play him. He's just slow. That's it. If he was faster, he would. If Geras was faster, up there easily. But he's not. So, like around there. But, yeah, pretty much got all the tools you could want. You can play lane, you can play aggressive, 1-bar breaker. Yes, the health sucks, but again, 1-bar breaker, man grab mix-ups in his combos, like safety. He's great. He's just slow. That's it. If you can get past the slow molasses pace of the character, you're going to be chilling. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start moving this along because I feel like these are the important tiers to really talk about. But let's start putting in characters 3 at a time. So now we have Sector, Katana, Conan. Sector. I think Sector is great. A lot of people would put Sector like right here. Or like right here. But I really just don't think she's that good. I don't know what people are seeing. Maybe I'll see it eventually to where people are putting her up here. But again, I think worst, I could put her maybe there. No, I can't. I think she's good. I think what she does is very strong. But I just don't think it's as oppressive as people make it out to be. I really don't. I just think a lot of people just don't know how to deal with zoning in general as players. And this character is the best zoner in the game, but this is not a zoning heavy game. And I get it. Like, she has good tools. You know, she got the slow overhead and the double low to mess with your fuzzy guard. She has good zoning. She has a solid mid. But the character, again, cannot do anything by herself. And that's fine. Again, that's a cameo game. But there's so many other characters that can play by themselves and have more. It's just what's really throwing me about her. She is the best zoner in the game. She is the best at something. Ew, this one is hard. This one is really. No, I can't do it. I just think she's mid. I think she's overrated. I think Sector, I'll go on record now, I think Sector is the most overrated character in this game. Period. Point blank. Now, Katana. Katana is a character that people keep trying to say she's underrated and somebody's not using her right. Again, I think she's just solid, fair, honest character. She has ridiculous damage. She has good screen control. She can do setups with the wind bomb. She can be played in a very neutral-centric way that is very strong. But she's just not dirty. She's not a dirty character. She's way too honest to be placed up here. While she's strong, there's just not a reason to play her. There's really not one reason to play Katana in this game. She's still a good character, though. She just doesn't really have an identity in this game, in my opinion. Conan. Now, I got a video coming out on Conan soon, where I'm talking about Conan completely and why I think he is up here. So I'm going to skip Conan because I want y'all to watch that video. I have that video planned to come out before or after this. So if it's already out, go ahead and just watch it now if you want to know about Conan, because I made a whole video talking about Conan. Like recent. Peacemaker. I think Peacemaker is downplayed. A lot of people put him like right here, like one of the worst. But matter of fact, nah, Peacemaker's good. He still has like the makings of a top tier, but they took away like some safety and the dumb what's the move? Force field. I'm happy he always blurted his moves, make them easy to remember. But he's still a good character. Movement is ridiculous. Eagly is still good. His zone is not all that anymore, but his pressure with the anti-gravity and still has command grab, like, he's good. Like, don't let people... I was one of the people. They got me too. I was like, maybe Peacemaker does suck. But no, Peacemaker doesn't suck. He's fine. He's just not, up here anymore. But no, he's ridiculous. Not ridiculous. Let me say that word. I'm using it a little too much. He is good. Very good. But he's not, again, around here. Yeah, I think that's a good placement. All right, Rain. Rain is another one I feel like that has fallen off hard to where he's just not keeping up with the meta. What Rain does is good, but it's not meta. He doesn't have a meta way to play anymore. Simple as that. He still is like, what can I describe him as? He plays the Liu Kang and Ermac archetype, but he doesn't do it as good as them. His tools are very wonky to use, and you got to be a specialist to play this character anyway, and he's just not worth the work. Simple as that. Reptile. I'd actually put Reptile. No, I put Reptile right there. Reptile buffs were good. They potentially could be too good when if somebody figures out how to make it synergize with a certain assist. But having a mid-screen check where he can run and just check you at the cost of a bar and it's completely safe is amazing. But it's not broken. It's not OP. It's just really good. And I do think that Reptile is a solid character. Yeah, think about it. I would put him a little bit above rank. But I don't think he's, anything too crazy. Just nice, fair, solid character. Speaking of nice, fair, solid character again, we have Raiden. Raiden is one of the easiest characters to play in the game. Low overhead mix, teleport in a cameo. A little bit below average damage, but he can get that damage so consistently. It's not a big deal. He was a character that was like right here towards the beginning of the game's life cycle. But with all the nerfs and the fact that he never synergized with the current meta anyway, he just played his own way. Well, he synergized with the first meta, the Cyrax meta, but ever since that, like not really. He just had his own way that he played, and it was so good that, he could ignore the meta. But now, I just think he's just kind of fair or whatever. Another one of those characters, basic good, but not really a reason to play him. Unless you like. Now, Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is always a controversial one, man. It just is. But to the point where I don't even like talking about Sub-Zero that much anymore, because it's just always like so much with the community. The thing about Sub-Zero is no matter what people say, that you can argue with me until you're blue in the face. Sub-Zero is good with Chameleon. Again, if you don't like that, I understand for the billionth time, Sub-Zero players. I understand not liking Chameleon. Gosh, nobody wants to play her because she's the character, not you. But the fact of the matter is, Sub-Zero with Chameleon has amazing synergy. Now, if you been seeing Sikander with the Cyrax team and everything, and you think that's good, like Sikander thinks the team is like B tier. I even asked him myself in the interview I had with him, and he thinks that the Cyrax team is, solid and everything. His B tier will probably be my A tier, the way he described it. So he even has the option for that for a consistent cameo. But I just still think Sub-Zero is on the mid or lower half of the game. I still think he's like a threat. He's good. I guess a threat would be too much. He's good. He's just like solid. You know how there's like amazing, great. No, there's like really good, amazing, great, good. I just think he's like, and then there's terrible and like bad. I just think he falls. I think he falls under the good category. It's just good. It's okay. Again, not as bad as a lot of people make him out to be, but he's not as great as a lot of people make him out to be too. And he will forever be argued to the end of the time because the community is always split on Sub-Zero. So I think he's like right there. Now, Ashura. Ashura is the perfect example of a power crept character. Let me go ahead and break this down. So at the beginning, people thought she was right here, but then they realized she really wasn't. Then as other characters started to get buffs, like, Geras, Nitara, Shao, Reiko, then she goes down some. Then more characters get added to the game. Like, okay, so that are better than her, like Cyrax. Oh, here we go. Then Noob is better than her. And then, Peacemaker was better than her at the point, but, he's back where he's at now. Ermac's better than her. This is literally a power crept character. Characters just kept getting put in the game that are better than her and kept getting buffs while she wasn't really getting anything. So while she started off in an okay state, in case a lot of people don't know, this is like the first character, one of the first characters I hit Elder with. Like, I know a lot about this character. And she is really good, but all she's missing is a overhead that's good. If she had like Kung Lao's overhead, her tier would change overnight. And a way to be good by herself without being forced to use Serena or Chameleon, if you want consistency, she would be up here. But no, she's kind of, put her like, put her like right there. I feel like that's fair. But I think she's the perfect example of a power prep character. Now, think we're approaching the end of the A tier. Now I have Takeda. Got Takeda, Smoke, Baraka, and Omni-Man. Oh wait, there we go, and there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put Baraka right here, and I would say Takeda. Right, put him right there. Yeah, yeah, I think that's fine. Takeda is a, in my opinion, an overrated character. I think he's cool. I think he's fun, but this is the number one character I want to play in this game so bad consistently. But in case some of you don't know about me, I am a high level player. I play at a level to where I don't want to use mid. It's simple as that. Call it what you want it. I can't just play a top tier character I don't like, but I will play a top tier character. Like in me in games, I'm playing characters in these two tiers right here. S plus or S. As simple as that. If they're A, I play you for fun, but not serious. So all right, and again, with that being said, I think Takeda is so cool. He's my style and everything, the way I like to play. But I feel like the character is incredibly overrated. I feel like the character is kind of like a smoke thing where the character, good players just get drawn to the character and they end up carrying him. But I don't think this character is all that. I think, no, I think the character is like right here. I genuinely believe that. And if some people want to think I'm wrong because they see all of these players, playing him, I again don't know what to tell. You know, his best assist is Jax. Jax is not even a meta assist, and again, I don't even think he makes him meta. The thing about Takeda is it takes too many layers to get to his good stuff. He has to get the hit first of all into a combo, into a setup, and he has no way to mix you into a combo off base. He has to win neutral first, which isn't that hard for him to do, but he still has to. Then after he wins neutral, he has to then put you in a setup to make you guess a 50-50. All right. 50-50 is good. He gets good damage off of it, but still, he has to put you in that situation. And for him to get you to that situation, he has to either win neutral or get a lucky hit. He can't mix you into his mix like other characters can. So why play Takeda where you have to win neutral to get the mix started when you could literally play any one of these characters up here and just have the mix ready to go and the neutral control for the most part for most of these characters. So I feel like he's overrated. I really do. And it's fun. It does hurt because I really, really love this character in MK10. That was my boy. But I think he's overrated. But I don't think he's just garbage, gutter trash anymore after the low buff. I just feel like he's just Nah, I ain't. Now, if people do find some good synergy with Trimmer, because what he can do off of Trimmer, I've been testing it, it's kind of cool. He could end up being up here. But no, I genuinely think this character is probably right there. Yeah. Smoke. Smoke, another one with Trimmer. Like, again, we're a part of Trimmer meta right now. I feel like Just Nasty was doing really crazy things with him with Trimmer at the most recent tournament. But again, Smoke is another one of those characters, all these layers, like so many, same problems that Takeda now. Think about it. Like these layers to get you opened up, and then once it gets you opened up, you could, okay, it's party time. He can go, he can do his thing, but it's him having to get there is the problem. Why would you work harder to get there when you don't have to? When you can play another character. If you just like the character, that's fine. If you have fun, that's fine. But statistically, there's just no reason to play Smoke unless you just like him. And he does, a lot of great players get drawn to him. So I think that's why a lot of people might overrate him. And also, he is a scrub killer. And the invisibility is broke. His invisibility is crazy. But again, if you actually tried to play Smoke for real or lab him and understand the matchup, you'll see he's not as good as a lot of scrubs make him out to be. But in this meta, he does have potential. You know, the potential with Madame Bo and the potential with Trimmer. So, again, we are in a great meta right now. If I haven't said that yet in the video, we're in a honestly great meta. Now, oh, I accidentally missed one. Oops, let's go ahead and put him up here. Kenshi. Sorry about that, Kenshi. He got buffed and nerfed. Kenshi's still good, and the way he plays, he can still enforce it, but that Sindell nerf was huge, and I loved it. You know, again, his character, while he was never, like, really the best, he's still an still an abomination. Not right now, but he was an abomination. And I still think he's really good, but the Sindell nerf meant a lot. And he was one of those characters, he was very matchup dependent. If you lost to this character, good luck. You're not having fun. But if he won the matchup to where like he had to go against a character that ran away, it was just painful for him to deal with. But now they've kind of buffed him in both aspects to where I think he's like mellowed out to like right here. But I don't think he is up here anymore. I really don't. I think he's like right there. And could potentially fall even worse. Okay. Baraka. Pressure. Easy. Standing 2. Scrubby character. Not much to say. He's kind of like pointless in this game with the addition of Terminator. Terminator just made him irrelevant. Don't play Baraka unless you like him. He's not all that. Like, I don't. No, it's actually. No, I gotta keep him like right here because with a good ambush assist, he's good. But he's so lame. Like I said, like this is the first character you can hear me. You can hear the disdain. He's just such a lame character. But yeah, just block string in the chip, grab, high bind Kano knives, and then jump after the grab, or you know, just boring. I don't see how you can play Baraka and have fun. All right, Omni-Man. Omni-Man is one of the most overrated characters in the game. Let's make something clear about Omni-Man. Omni-Man has a problem with opening good players up. It's simple as that. A good player will almost never get opened up by Omni-Man. If Omni-Man had a command grab, he would be like right here. He would be like right here. But the problem is he has all these tools to get around the screen. He has all these tools to enforce pressure. But at the end of the day, if you are fighting a solid player, a decent player, really good player, it's hard for him to open them up. Simple as that. If he did not have that problem, he would be undeniable. He would maybe even be good as Homelander, his other cape buddy. If he just had a way to open you up, but he doesn't. So, yeah. His overhead is not good. His low is okay, but you can't streamline it in the pressure. It's just not, like, it's not all that. Now, against bad players, oh gosh, he's like right there or like up there. Against bad players, oh, he's having time of his life. Even against like a lot of good players that will just not play the matchup right. Against Omni-Man, you need a turtle. You need to wait for your opportunity to strike. Don't let him open you up in neutral. Don't let him catch you slipping because he literally cannot open you up without grabbing you. And his grab sucks. It pushes him completely away, and he can get a combo with like a few amount of people, but again, it's not enough to make him an actual threat. So now let's go ahead and streamline since we know where these characters at now. Lee May. I think Lee May. Literally, there's no reason to play Lee May in this game. I don't have much to say about Lee May at all. You know, decent auto shimmy, amazing damage, and terrible tools. She has the worst tool kit in the game with having some of the best damage. With that, there's not much to say. Quan Chi, solid zoning, very bad buttons. If you don't know how to deal with, if you do not know how to deal with Armored Portal and you don't have an option, okay, here's the thing about Quan Chi. Everybody has a way to deal with Quan Chi. It's just if you know how to deal with his Armored Portal. If you do not know how to deal with that portal, the Armored, might as well be like around here. He's killing your crap. But if you understand how to deal with the Armored Portal and take advantage of his terrible buttons, he's just right there. Now, Shang. I think Shang is like right there. I say the same thing about Shang in every video, and it still stands. He is a bad character because both of his forms that would make him a good character if he was combined are split. Simple as that. And this is a stand switch character done wrong. And I always said before, I don't understand how they messed up so bad. And it doesn't even make sense more now. Because if you look at Shao is a stand switch character done right. Shang is a stand switch character done wrong. And for the worst character in the game, as you can see here, Tanya. Her buffs did not mean that much. She was only good because she had the chip of the spin kick move, and she had the chip of the spin kick move and the oppressive armor. It was so annoying to deal with. Like, she's probably one of the most hated characters in this game, and nobody cares that she's the worst right now, or potentially the worst. It's either her or Shang. It's one of those bottom 5 characters besides Baraka. Actually, I ain't even thinking about it with Baraka. I would say Baraka is better than Omni-Man. Yeah. I would say Omni-Man has to be bottom 5. But yeah, back to Tanya. Tanya is just not it. I don't have much to say about her besides the fact that she doesn't really have a successful archetype. She has an archetype, they just didn't do it right. And with a couple of minor tweaks, this character could be a menace again. This character is the perfect example of nuance in fighting games as well. Like, just one change made her so bad. Because that one change is what she needed to be up here. It was one move, not one change, one move being gutted. That spin kick. She was like from right here, like right here. She's just not, no reason to play her at all. She's bad. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. It took a while to get through this tier list. You know, I usually want to be around 40 minutes, but I just like giving the explanations because I have to explain my reason, in my opinion. Hope y'all enjoyed again, and Nickopz out.